Good morning. Today is session 9 with Charlotte. Already reviewed all the previous exercises we've done in the past. And today we're going to be first saddling. And she got her eye on something over there. Get her eye back on me. And I got the saddle out here in the arena and the pad. Just letting her kind of check them out like that. Good girl. And then I'm going to get over here and move her this way. And what I like to do before I saddle a horse the first time is to get them used to the cinch. Then when I do the cinch, I usually use a lead line. And when I introduce the bridle, I do the same thing. Okay. So what I do is we've already done desensitization, and you use the tools you've taught them before. And that's why we kind of do it sometimes in the order. Uh, because then you've done the desensitization, you've done the leading off the hand, you've done the hind quarter moving over, and stuff like that. So, if you use the progressive method, it's a lot easier. And I like to rub her like this as I go underneath, and I grab the rope, and I'll bring it around at her withers, where it's going to be, a little touch, and then release it. Rub her belly to let her know you're coming. Again, at the withers, about where the cinch is going to be. I don't know if you can see. Let me move it just a little bit here. Okay. Oops. Oh, there you go. Good girl. So I'll grab it again, and I think you can see. Tightening it up a little bit, releasing it, tightening it up a little bit more, holding it a little longer, releasing it. And the whole intent here is to get her used to the cinch. I don't want to surprise her with the cinch the very first time I put the saddle on. Okay, so what we're doing is giving her some pressure and release, pressure, whoa, 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 and release. Again, we'll do pressure and release. Don't want her moving. Want her kind of sitting still. Pressure, release. Give a little positive reinforcement. Again, pressure, pressure, a little more. Hold it. When I put that cinch on her, I want it pretty tight, because the last thing I want is for her to basically move off and that saddle comes off. Just wouldn't be a good thing. So now we're going to move here, and we're going to introduce the pad. And I'll let her smell it. Remember, approach and retreat. Move over here a little bit. Ooh. Approach and retreat. Let her smell it. Let her rub on it. Go over her back. Bring it back out. Over her back. Bring it back out. Do it to the left. Do it to the right. Good girl. I'll do it on this side. We'll throw it over a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. And we'll maybe move her off a little bit with the pad, see what she does. But not a lot of movement. Good girl. Doesn't seem to phase her very much. That's good. I'll move her off and see what she does. Come on. Come on, girl. Good girl. That's a good girl. Good girl. Then I'll take her over here. Get the saddle. And I'll get her this way. Good girl. And I'll have her settle down here. And I'll have the lead line in my hand. Okay, so cuckoo goes on. And then I want to introduce it to her. Let her smell it, check it out. make sure we got everything where it needs to be. I'm going to rub it on her like this. And we did some desensitization, so she shouldn't be that afraid of it. Rub it again. Good girl. That's a good girl. Oops. And then I'm going to put it on her. Nice like this. Oh. Good girl. That's a good girl. Take it back off. There we go. I took it back off because she was a little afraid of it. Good girl. She was a little surprised by that. And to tell you the truth, I was a little surprised too. That she just moved off. Good girl. That's a good girl. I'm going to put it on her like I normally would. Whoa. Good girl. If she stands still, that'll be a little easier with her. Maybe not. There you go. Oh. Good girl. That's a good girl. That's a good girl. There you go. There you go. That's a good girl. Good girl. Don't want her taken off, obviously. But she's never had this on. She's a little overreactive, but that's okay. I'm going to come on this side of her. I'm going to drop this here down nice and softly. And hopefully it'll be in a good position to hook up. There you go. Good girl. So the important thing here is basically going to be when I bring this around, I don't want any bucking, obviously. And that looks like it's a pretty good fit. I'm just going to, no need to hurry here. She's cinched up. It's on pretty tight. If she goes to bucking, I'm pretty confident the saddle isn't going to come off. But I wanted to get used to that a little bit. Yeah, so we get girth tight. If I get the opportunity, I might want to tighten it up a little bit more. But I'm just going to let her relax here and enjoy it. No need to hurry at this point. Now, she may go off real nice. She may buck. First time, not that uncommon for horses to buck, especially when they do a canter. So let's see if I can tighten this up just a little bit more. She relaxes a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. I think that's tight enough. And so we'll see what happens here when she takes off. I'm just going to let her walk off on her own. Of course, I don't want her coming into me. So I'm going to point because remember we taught her the lunge. There you go. Good girl. And I'm just going to let her walk off nice and easy. Good girl. And she knows it's on her back. She's taking it pretty well. But you never know what happens when they go into a trot, and especially a canter. When they go into a canter, they kind of overreact. Walk on. Good girl. I'm going to let her go around a couple more times. Then I'm going to put her into a trot. See how she does in a trot. Flowing out, which is good. Little trot. Good girl. Walk. That's a good girl. Walk on. She's trying to figure out the saddle. She's okay with it, but she's kind of, what is this on my back? I got a monkey on my back and I don't like it. Walk. Easy. Good girl. That's a good girl. No explosion yet. Bring her back up to a trot. Good girl. Good girl. Positive reinforcement here. Ask her to move off again. Want this to be a good experience for her. So far, so good. A little bit of anxiety, a little bit of what is on my back, but no blow-ups yet. Good girl. Girl. Have her face me. Point her in the opposite direction. Good girl. Getting her into a trot. No blow-ups yet. Looks like she's going to be all right. I haven't really taught her the canter real well, but I do want to get her into a couple of strides on the canter. Ask her to face me. Go in the opposite direction. Walk. Let her walk it off. Get her into a trot. Uh-uh. Okay, I'm going to come over here, get my stick and string, and we'll try to put her into a canter. See how she reacts on that. She seems to be accepting the saddle okay so far. I want to get too closer in case she blows up, decides to blow up. She's coming into me, I think, for a little bit of security, and that's fine. I'm going to get her along the fence and try to canter her over there. Go on. That's a good girl. Even if I get a couple of strides, we may see what the reaction is there. Walk on. Walk. Good girl. She looks good on the saddle. Good girl. Not going to get it too close to the fence because I don't want her to bang into the fence. Okay, this time we'll have to get her to a canter, like I said. Get her to the canter. Okay, she's running me instead of me running her. Hello? Doing it in a fence so she can't pull away from me as much. Huh? Confusing her. Confusing myself. Here we go. Good girl. That's plenty. Got to work on that canter. Back. 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 That's fine for the first time. I'll come up here. We'll take it off. So for the first saddling, it's okay. I could have done more cantering, but I haven't concentrated on cantering much. I was going to use a round pin. A lot easier. But it's still a little wet. There you go. Going pretty good for the first one. So here I'm going to take it off. Put this up. Good girl. Whoa. This will come up. This will go around. Next time I'm going to start put some pressure on the stirrups by banging them around. Put that there. There we go. I'll put this here. There we go. And I'll just take this off. And this is good for her too. Now she realizes that the monkey on her back will come off. I thought it went pretty good. We'll see what happens on the next time.